His father made him take the political classes. Complete waste, but I guess you had no choice.
Stepan lifted a record, wiped it with a cloth, set it on the turntable, and lowered the needle. After a few pops and clicks, the opening drumbeat of the Zombies' Time of the Season wafted through the speaker. Stepan lowered the volume while humming the melody. Pavol rubbed the back of his neck. His hands shook.
Focus, guys. We need to get this done today. And Tomáš? Yes?
Tomáš peered through his black-rimmed glasses with the mixture of trust and awe that reminded Pavol of the farm dogs he'd played with back in his village in Slovakia, before his family had come to live in this northern Bohemian town of factories and coal mines. Before those mines killed his father and threatened to one day kill him.
When you put in that we want freedom, an end to censorship of books, newspapers, music, and movies, and the Russians to go home,
Pavol swallowed, his throat sawdust.
Say we want amnesty for everyone arrested for protesting the invasion last August. No expulsions, no blacklists.
Tomáš squinted at the paper.
How's this? We accept the absolute authority of the KSČ, but also request mercy for those who protested the troops that took action on 21 August 1968 to protect world socialism. Please do not let their talent and enthusiasm go to waste because of youthful indiscretion.
He pushed up his glasses and grimaced.
They expect abject submission. We have to pretend to give it to them.
A chill rippled through Pavol's body.
Perfect.
He couldn't bring himself to explain why this part mattered so much to him. Nobody knew that he'd been arrested for smashing road signs to keep the tanks from reaching Prague. That the police had beaten him on the spot and released him with a warning. That he'd thought it was a lucky break. Until early January, when the government rejected his application to Czech Technical University in Prague and assigned him instead to a black lung-shortened life in the mines. They hadn't said they'd turned him down for political reasons. They'd found out what he wanted most and snatched it away without giving any reason at all.
I can get this typed up, he said instead.
He took a deep breath.
Also, I need you to get me into Prague Castle, so I can deliver the letter personally and they can see my face.
Because he was the one without a future, unless he could look them in the eye and convince them. Tomáš could get him in. He'd been inside with his father for party meetings. Pavol could take it from there. Behind his glasses, Tomáš's left eyelid twitched.
But I thought the letter was supposed to be anonymous, mailed in the name of all Rosesti's secondary students.
Stepan lifted the needle from the record, casting a hush over the room.
Listen to him, Tomáš. If anyone's pretty face could charm the party heads, it's Pavol's.
Pavol held his fist to his lips. What he would ask his friends to do, what he'd ask them to risk, especially Tomáš, sat uneasily in his gut like one too many shots of Slivovica. But he needed this letter to work. He needed to open closed minds and hardened hearts. Because the only other way out of his ruined life and his occupied nation was a torch. The first warm days of March brought back memories of the previous spring. Snow melting into muddy puddles, sunshine warming his hair. Later, the lingering scent of raindrops, linden, and honeysuckle. Pink and white blossoms scattered on the grass and cobblestones of the town. And music. Long forbidden songs had blasted into the narrow streets and broad squares that spring. Pavol's tongue had twisted around the foreign words. She loves you, like a rolling stone, wild thing. The girls wove flowers into their hair and fashioned them into necklaces. Pavol and the other boys let their hair grow as long as the girls. They read poetry of love and sex and rebellion that would have shocked the party old guard and at times shocked him, raised Catholic in secret. They debated in classrooms and living rooms the meaning of socialism with a human face. That was the spring he met Lida Pekárova. He fell in love with her to the scream of the electric guitar, the heartbeat of bass and drums.